What's good with my peoples? Coming at you with another episode on the Mar 17 podcast. Get to doing what you gotta do, like, subscribe, comment on any topics you want me to hit on, any opinions you may have on the video, and we about to get right into it. So we got the Antioch High School shooting. Prayers up to any families, anybody involved in the tragedy. So details are now coming out, and emerges that it's a black 17-year-old student named Solomon Henderson. Yeah, there's a lot of holes in this story, and there's a lot of fabrication. I'm going to get into it real quick. So the first hole in the story is this man arrived in a bus and then went to the bathroom to retrieve a weapon, and he did this first thing in the morning, so I don't understand how that makes any sense. How do you arrive on a bus and then go to the bathroom and retrieve a weapon? What'd you do? You planned it there beforehand? What type of shit is this? Yeah, it don't make sense to me. And new details are coming out that he had a manifesto. And so, of course, you got a black school shooter with a manifesto called, can't put it up, can't really say it. It's NIGG, So, that's the manifesto. That's the link to it. So, after he arrived on the bus to school and then went to the restroom and retrieved the firearm like Splinter Cell, he went into the cafeteria and shot and killed a 16-year-old girl and then ended up killing himself. Yeah, so like I said, prayers up to any families involved in the tragedy. But we about to get into it because this whole thing's being used by the media to paint a narrative because it fits the narrative. And I think this is just a bunch of fabrication. So yeah, let's get into it. So we got a 51-page manifesto from the 17-year-old black school shooter that fits the perfect narrative around this moment in time. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, ain't no 17-year-old boy writing anything like this. I don't care how much of y'all want to say, well, 4chan, this reads along the lines of things they post. No, that CIA, government, FBI infiltrated 4chan that they're gonna use to say this boy wrote and had this whole thing. It just don't make no sense. He gonna write this manifesto named NIGGE, cell. And it's detailed. I'm not going to post it or anything, but you can find it relatively easy. But this is a detailed manifesto. And part of the details that's alarming to me is it fits the perfect narrative going on today. So let me play this little Channel 5 news broadcast that I feel like it's just a despicable way of purporting nonsense that's not true to the media.
What is in here is extremely disturbing and chilling. It's horrifying. As you can see, it's thick. It's 51 pages long, filled with text as well as pictures. It starts with the title, "The West Has Fallen, Billions Must Die." He says, this book is dedicated to killing everyone I hate. Death to all unworthy men, traitors, and infiltrators. It appears that he was radicalized. He is heavily anti-Semitic in here, says death to Israel, blames Jews for so many things, that they are, quote, poisoning our culture and rap, that violence against Jews should happen, retaliation and retribution for what they have stolen is legitimate and a good thing, he writes. There are many other racial and ethnic slurs in here.
I think the U.S. government or whoever's writing these manifestos need to do a better job of disguising that y'all are writing them. Because, come on now. Come on. Everybody, we all know what I'm talking about when I say come on now. You mean to tell me the first thing we get to talking about is Israel and the Jews, right? In this manifesto. That a black 17-year-old student would go and shoot up a school because of the Jews. Okay.
But he says, I am ashamed to be black. He posts a flyer from the neo-Nazi hate group, Goyim Defense League. That group, you may remember, was here in Nashville last summer holding demonstrations. Then he posts a series of questions and answers, such as, would killing random high schoolers save the white race or something? And he answers, yes, if they were people of color. He writes, are you a victim of bullying? He says, I can't remember a single instance of being bullied personally, but says the media and attention seekers will say that I was, and other BS, like he was just a quiet kid. He writes, why did you attack a school? He doesn't specifically answer that one, but then goes on to describe the various people who should be targeted. A long list of people, from presidents to journalists.
Yeah, let's just promote the narrative that this was a self-hating black man that was influenced by the likes of far-right neo-Nazi influences that inspired him to go shoot up a school and then kill himself. Right.
Among the people who he says radicalized him, he cites Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes, a hard-right anti-Semitic pundit who you may remember was here in Nashville again for those neo-Nazi attacks. He writes,
Yeah, don't be so quick to look at everything as black and white. You know, when the media starts to do certain things, it's a bunch of narratives they're trying to push. It's not just one thing or two things they're trying to push. You know, they want to push their narratives, whether it's hate this certain person and have compassion for these groups of people. You know, they want to paint everybody as the good guy or the bad guy. So they want you to look at things in a lens, technically through black and white lens. And, you know, it forces you to not look at through the shades of gray, which is clearly there, which is how I know there's holes in this whole thing. And this was wrote by someone, and this was clearly purported for Israel's behalf. Let's have compassion for Israel. Everybody's hating the Jews, so let's throw this out there because far-right neo-Nazi influencers like Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes are now radicalizing self-hating black people. So with that, they want black people to uproar and go against these type of people, knowing damn well this is a lie and it's fabricated. Not only that, it fits the white supremacist narrative that, oh, it's the black ones that are shooting the schools. They're going to pull up fake statistics that shows that it's just black people shooting schools. And basically, the root cause of everything violent is black people. We've heard the same song. We saw the same dance for years and years. I'm probably tired of hearing it by now, I think. I hope so. Yeah, so on my end, this is just speculation. But that does not mean that the fact that just because y'all put something out there that it's true until proven false. No. That's not how it works. Unless you're an idiot, you know that's not how that works. They put shit out there and it's supposed to be true and God's word, apparently. No, it's not how that works. Let's just take a deeper look at the pictures of the narratives they're trying to paint. Now, we got to be honest. I'm an honest person, so I'm going to be 100. The narrative's got to be pushed against far-right white people. So far-right white supremacists, whatever y'all want to call them, you know, whatever you want to label them, they're definitely scapegoated for a lot of things when it comes to certain issues, especially when it comes to the Jews and the Israel situation. Because they're the ones pushing that ideology. It's a little, you know, it's kind of like a baby MAGA movement, really, that kind of detached from the MAGA movement in a way, but they're still around. So they're definitely scapegoated because it makes a big issue for Trump. So they have to do this. They have to do these desperation attempts right now. That's why I said whoever writing these manifestos, whoever doing it, the timing of them, it's not fooling a damn soul. And if it is fooling you, you're an idiot. And this is another reason why I say that far-right white people are being scapegoated. And trust me, I'm not defending these people. I gain nothing from doing so. See, everything, this is why I say don't look through black and white lens. You got to look through the shades of gray because it's working in conformity with one another. They can do a bunch of things at once. They can scapegoat far-right white neo-Nazi people. They can scapegoat Jew-hating people. They can also scapegoat black people with their violent nature, the radicalization. They can use our violent nature. We really shoot up schools. You can use that. More protection for Israel. Like, come on. It's a bunch of things they can do with just one school shooting. One school shooting. Print out a fake manifesto. We all know this is fake. Come on now. I'm going to put it like this. The ones he's talking about often is the ones they want you to have compassion for and have sympathy for. Simple as that. The ones they're saying that radicalized him to do what he did, those are the ones they're saying go against. Simple as that. Go against. They're no good. They radicalize people. It's a desperation attempt. Like I said, I gain nothing from quote unquote defending, if you want to call it defending. I'm just pointing out the obvious because they do it to one, they can do it to all. Keywords, anti-Semitic pundits, keywords. Well, I'm saying I got to get better at editing these manifestos. You perfectly write up a bunch of bullshit, and then your actions don't make any sense. You're gonna go out like a hero by blowing your brains out. That don't make sense. You already know what people are going to say. Well, that's kind of what 4chan produces. Smart, evil, quiet kids. Yeah, sure. That's what the CIA told you. That's what the CIA. Yeah. So yeah, same song, same dance, bunch of propaganda, a bunch of influencing, using tragedy. And this is why this great almighty country must fall. Because shit like this, they're trying to purport a narrative that these right-wing people are trying to radicalize black people to join white supremacists against Jews. That's what this whole thing is about. It's nonsense. If there's anybody promoting self-hate, it's the ones that wrote the manifesto. It's the one that pushed the manifesto and pushed this narrative, the one behind the puppets, the puppeteer. That's the real ones that are self-hate. That's why the one link they left up is the one that says how to produce mass murder and how to carry it out. Pay close attention. Most definitely pay close attention, but try not to get too distracted because this is definitely a repetition matter. All these lies, all these narrative pushing. Yep, it's been going on since the beginning of time. So that's why I said pay attention, but try not to pay it too much mind because we all know how lies get. Lies seem to prevail in the short form, but in the long term, everything comes to the light. So we'll just wait and see. Just keep working, do what you gotta do. Shit. Yep. Hear everything. Act on very little unless it acts on you, for sure. Rest up to the girl and her family, and yep, rest up to the boy and his family. You hate to see shit like this happen. You hate to lose touch of your 17-year-old so quick, but who am I to judge? I'm not the Savior and I'm not the Lord, so I cannot judge. So I can only send prayers. And like I said, pay a little attention to what's going on in the media. Pay a little attention, but also pay attention. Gotta know what's going on. When I mean don't pay attention, I mean just don't push your emotions into it too much. Cause it'll get you. It'll get your blood pressure raised. Do what you gotta do to take care of you, yours, and your community. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, appreciate you. You made it through the video. I might have a follow-up on this, depending on the details and as much lies as might be coming out on this. I might definitely have another video up on this pretty soon. But only time will tell, so we'll wait on that. Like I said, appreciate you for tuning in. Tap it in with me. Shit, stay up to date. Tune into my socials. You can find that in my descriptions. Most definitely. I'm going to get out of here, though. Like I said, pay a little attention to it, but pay close attention to it. All my fake preaching shit. Pay a little attention, but pay close attention. Let me get out of here. I'm yapping. See you. All right, on this episode, I'm going to throw in some more educational type shit. Again, at the end of this one, down now some extra credit if you made it this far. Because I'm going to give a little broader picture on why I feel like this whole thing was fabricated. This manifesto was a whole lie. It was printed up. Good tactics. I'm going to put some links down in the description of things I think you should check out. And why they need to give sympathy for certain groups of people. I ain't going to name them. I ain't trying to get shadow banned already, even though I think I might be. But, like I said earlier in the video, a lot of this is just speculation. But I also pointed out just because the media put it out there does not make it true. And don't look at things through a black and white lens. I pointed out earlier. I went into that. So, I'm going to put these links down there. Then, you can gauge your own opinion on what you may think. I don't even think you need to check any of this out. And I don't even think you need to take my word for it. I think you know as well as I know that all of this is fabricated unless you're a narrative pusher and you need things like this in the media to push your narrative and your ideology of what you think your life and your great country should be. But, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put these links down there. Y'all go ahead and check them out. Thank you for checking in, tapping in this far. May God be with you. Peace out.